Hello and welcome to the first collection in 2020 called Love and Light, and I like to go with you through the folders a little bit. Something did change for this year. I tried to minimize a little bit the collections. The artsy bits packages will be a little bit bigger, mostly include also already there the magic lights, so these are not separate now. And I have 4 packs always now with elements, and you can buy a kit, you can buy a mega kit, and you can buy the all-in-one bundle, and of course all the templates etc. Will come as extra packs, and you can buy also there some bundles. So let's go through the folders, and these are the previews. And Love and Light is very colorful, bloomy, and with black elements, vintage, shabby styled frames. And then we have some magic fairies. We have word arts, and these are the previews for the mega kit, for the artsy bit and papers kit. Papers. We have here the painter's toolbox, and then we have the bundles for January and February. So in this month collection you get the double pack for the templates. That means you get, on top of the price we have now, really the pack for the bundle templates for February. I will go with you through the folders and let you see how the new templates look like. So this was now a little bit of a glimpse. And first we start with the artsy bits and pieces. This is how they look. We have a lot of flowers here, ornaments, texture, watercolor. I've added some crafty art snippets, and what I really love are those baubles here, or flares you can call them, or well, bubbles, soap bubbles. And you can really create some nice layouts with it, because you can use them as such a nice focus and place something behind. And watching the video I have created for you with the layout, I show you in that video how to use, for example, such a transparent bauble. Okay. So this is the first pack. It's an A and a B pack, and you get some black and white ribbons and baker's twine, flowers and a lot of flowers, and also some artsy scribbling loops, and 4 really cool masks, I think. And this black ornate frame is also pretty cool. Some magic lights. A huge pack of magic lights is included in this pack. So altogether, really, you get a fully artsy bits and papers, not papers, pieces kit with over, I think, over 60 or 80. So here's the video. Just a second. Let's go directly into my shop here at the Lily Pad and check out the already added collection. And here it is. It's just on sale because it's just a releasing weekend. So if you watch that later, you missed the sale. Okay, so here we go. We have artsy bits and pieces with 94 PNG files like loops, artsy bits, magic lights, and many more. So this is the artsy bits and pieces. Then we have the art layers. These are distressed art layer frames. They are layered, and every frame contains 2 overlays, a black one, and then I added on top a white one. So it's up to you which one you want to choose. And of course a beautiful bow, and it's total easy to use. So let's use that picture. Just drag and drop that. Maybe make it a little bit smaller. That is too small. And we add here the picture, and this is how it can look with the distressed in black, and then we have the distressed in white. But of course you can create here with linear burn, color burn, or overlay. That is what works here. You can change here the opacity or the way it will look totally with the settings of your layers. So there's a little bit explanation here, and they have all some nice shadowing here, a little bit of a shadowing, and you get 9 different layered distressed art layers here, with different bows, with different ribbons around wrapped of those frames. So they are pretty nice. Yes, and then the next element pack are the magic fairies, and this is how they look. You can change the color because you get here really different kind of layers here, and with it you can really change the color with styles of the collection. And let's see, do we have them here? So we can change here, or that is the wrong tool now. So we can change here, of course, with the styles, the layers of how you want to. Okay, so you get 4 different of those really pretty sweet fairies, and I added also 7 different black and black distressed butterflies, which you can add maybe like this on her hand, or using that on a layout, which I did here. Where is it? There, here it is. So this is the layout I talked about with this flare, and I added here a little bit of a butterfly here on the corner, and this is what makes it a little bit sweet. But this is the preview for the magic fairies and the butterflies, and let's jump into the next folders, and we are into the word arts. And there are lots of word arts. I have a version for you, the black version. This is how they look like. Words about love, about light, about you and me and whatever. So wishing, loving, and of course the ABR file for Photoshop and Photoshop elements. And then I have another folder which I have called styled, and these are the already styled versions of the word arts, and you can drag and drop them and they are done, and you are ready with them and can use it how they are. Then there is a third folder called a Dymo, and here we have some words in Dymo style for you. And so everything together, one huge word art pack for you for the Love and Light collection. Now we have the papers. We have 3 paper packs. We start here with the letter papers. I was totally inspired by a painter when I created those background papers, and I only had it a little bit in my mind, and later I went to the website and was really impressed how it looked. Really, the same feeling came over. Even I did a digital and she did paint it, and so I did feel the same inspiration or so. So these are the papers, and you can use them in so many different ways. Use them with the mask, so you only pick a little bit of a detail out from the paper, or you use the paper how it is. You can use it as a background for only one image. I created by myself one layout, and so this one, and I only used the paper and the distressed frames, and the distress frame, a mask, and here a little bit of the loop. That's it, and you are done, and it looks really nice and really artsy. So you don't need to do a lot with these busy papers. I know they are very overwhelming sometimes, but always think about that you can use it only parts of it, and then in combination with the solid papers, which you can see here. The collection was ready, and I thought I need to have something in the collection that takes a little bit down this huge set of busy papers. And then I thought, okay, why not black and white? And that's why I have added those solid papers here. And I think it's a really nice combination with all this busy and stuff and watercolor elements. And then you can use those black and white pattern papers together. So these are the solid papers. They are mostly watercolor style. So when you open them, this is how they look like. So they have all a little bit of a watercolor texture. Now we jump into the mixed media papers. A lot of gesso, flowers, old papers, and I wanted to add also a little bit of those Dutch paintings around this time, Rembrandt and wherever that happened. So I wanted to have those bold, thick, lush roses and flowers on them. And on the other side, I wanted to have something a little bit lighter and brighter, because that's the light in this collection. So we have here more the little bit the heavy one, and then we have this little bit of a more brighter versions. A lot of greens. Here is a little bit more abstract. Then we have here some notes in combination with the rose. Here is also something a little bit more abstract. So it's a really you can find a lot of different styles here, and themes in the papers. Nevertheless, they really work pretty nicely together. So these are the mixed media papers. So we have the the letter papers here, we have the mixed media papers, and we have the solid papers in this collection. So this is the pack with the elements and the papers. Now we go into the Painter's Toolbox. We have a set called brushes and stamps, and there are 68 different you can see something's just wrong here, so I need to delete them. Oh, I copied them later. I used them. So okay, so here we go. Yes, 68 different transparent PNG files you get here with this pack, and of course you get also ABR file for Photoshop and Photoshop Elements. You can see pattern, different kind of pattern, but also some grungy, and this one, something like that, you can use as a mask, overlays, whatever. I think you can create real pretty cool stuff with those kind of elements, black and the ABR file. So the next pack are the brush mix, and the brush mix is created out of ornaments, old paper, old newspaper, old handwriting like this one. And I only want to take just a little glimpse for you how the brush mix works. So here we are, and let's see what we have here. Vintage versus dynamic mix. So we have here the dynamic, and I created them very huge. So this one is really something you can create a nice vintagey canvas. And then we have this one. I like that a lot. Here we have some script. Can place that on top of something. And then we have here a more blender. You can create with that a wonderful mask, if you like, for a background picture. Then we have here some splattering. Stop it. Also splattering with texture. Then we have here some wooden grunge. That's also pretty nice, especially using with maybe a brown color. No, not this brown, or a green. And then we have here ornament grunge. That's also pretty nice when you start to build up a mask, or only want to add here a little bit of a background mask. That's also nice to create. And this one is a little bit darker, a little bit thicker than that one before. And here we have totally grunginess. And then we have here a wild mix with flowers. This is also very nice, I think. Also create with that a mask you can, or use it as a background image which you have created by yourself. Also here we have ornaments, and in combination with each other they look pretty cool, and love that effect. Also here, very vintagey. Also here. And with the free styles, color styles, you can create your own backgrounds, mask, however you want. That one. So this one is really thick texture. And then we have some more. Also here, let's turn that off. Also nice blender. Just when you do like that. And only add here then from your we're gonna use the same photo again. Ooh. Scale that way, and this is how it can look like, and then you can build up your layout on top of that. Then we have grungy script here. Here. And this is also pretty nice to blend something in. Of course, you can blend here now maybe one of the papers. One of those busy papers here from the mixed media, no, from the letters. There is something with blue. Copy, paste, clip. And look at it, how beautiful it now blends into each other. And Magic Fairy. Let's use the blue one. Oh, look at it. That's nicer. Yes, that's better. Okay, look at it. Okay, back to the styles, and here we have a blender, grungy blender. Also here, if you place that on top of each other, layer by layer, you will be able to create a wonderful blended background for your layout. And it's really, love that one. I think I need to finish that later by myself. Okay, so also added here a watercolor blender. Well, this is always pretty useful, I think. And then we have watercolor blender with ornaments that adds now on the watercolor an extra touch. And last but not least, Wild and Grungy, it's called. So let's use green. So we have here, so that's really grungy. Can add here a style. Oh, this green is nice. That's too much. Or that one. Okay, so here it is. So these are the dynamic brushes here in the Painter's Toolbox. Of course, you get here the free colors in which I have in each big collection. You get the swatches, you got styles to recolor your product or elements, and then you have the usual color styles for this collection. Then we have the style mix, which you just saw a little bit already when I've used them in with the brushes in combination with the dynamic brushes. They work perfectly, and you get a huge set with a lace, with doilies, with watercolor, with flowers. So it's a huge set, and it's split it up in 4 different packs. You get A, B, C, and D with the styles in it. So yes, this is the Painter's Toolbox, and you get now for this year always 4 packs with Painter's Toolbox. So the styles, I guess the styles will be a little bit bigger than you are used to, and so it's always a little, yes, I try to slim it a little bit, everything. Today I can't pretty much talk good in English. I don't know, I forgot it over the weekend. Blah blah blah. Love and Light, the new set of templates. I tried so many different ways, and with that I'm ended here, and I think they will look beautifully. Especially what you get when you can buy the weekly templates as extra packs week by week, but if you buy the monthly bundle, then I have added now such full page templates in 12 by 12. You can use them together, so you have the weekly template, for example, that one, and have on the other side this fully mask. So this is how they work together. You can, it's totally simple. You can use a white background, for example, and only add the image, a huge image on top of it. But what you also can do is then you can drag and drop from other templates an element if you like. So this is up to you. I want to only add a little bit something simple because the templates are very busy, and so they have a little bit of a cool down feeling, so that not everything will be too busy when you create a photo book over the whole year. And sometimes we have pictures that we want to add and use how they are, and just come on. No. This is a picture, and this is how it looks like later. Totally simple, and it's up to you then later to add maybe a photo only here for a little bit of a detail. That is what you can do, but you also can use here a text box and place that here. So this will then work together. Only you have a busy page and a less busy page together. So the new, let me explain you now the new templates. They will always have in the background a watercolor layer for blending, and on top of it you get different kind of frames, some with overlays. You can blend those overlay out. Some do have frames, some do have some stitches, and then we have those weekly tags here. You can recolor them, but you can't overwrite them because I used a font which is a paid font, and I didn't want to that you need to buy the font. Of course, you can use here any other tag. For example, you can buy from the Easy Peasy collection, which I just have released, which is here, Easy Peasy. And no, not cards, Easy Peasy. We have the bits, and we have the starter pack here, and we have some layered. And you can, of course, use one of those tags and and add them here. So that's also possible, and you can kick this one out if you like. So I try to really make those templates for you very versatile, but nevertheless that you have a super great start to make an artsy page with a lot of photos in. I really recommend you to stay also focused on those Easy Peasy products, because you can pretty cool combine them with each other, with the artsy and also the Easy Peasy. So stay focused on that. The texts I have found, I love this kind of typesetter font, and I also added onto the folder a link where you can free download it. So those text boxes you can overwrite, and you can add photos onto the background. So let's see that. This is my dad. So give me a photo. Okay. So that's pretty nice. That you have this in the background, and then you can add here one of those detail photos that goes together with this background photo. Also, those flowers, you can change it with styles if you like. You can throw it out. You can add only a color from the collection. You can pick a color from your images out. This is up to you. So, yes, these are the new styled templates for 2020, and this is the week 2, and then we have week 3 here and week 4. And what I did in this January collection, I have it already mentioned, that I added for you also the February templates. So you will be covered until February, and I will be earlier with my collections in this year, and have at the end of the year a little bit more space to create all those Christmas stuff. And there will be 11 collection this year, not 12, but you get here with the January collection already the January and February templates. A lot of talking today. I want to hold it short, but it didn't work. So these are the templates here. I really love them. Really, now seeing them again, since I didn't look at them since a week or so, and I really love them. Really turned out really nice. And what I also create now in the future, but they are not included in the collection. You can buy them separately. They are also not on the list of the product here, but you can buy them in the shop. just go back here that you can see it. Oops. And these are the artsy bit and printables. And then we have some cards. But all those cards and printables are not included in the collection. This is how they look like. This one I have used in the one layout. And then we have another set which is more shabby, vintagey styled. And then we have the printables. We have the PDF. We have here's some JPEGs for printing and cutting. And then we have each of those added printable elements as PNG files. And this is the previews for this printables. So this is it for this collection, and I really hope you like it, and I really hope you like the new setting of how I put everything together. Just let me know if you like it. I'm always open for new suggestions. Visit us at the Artology group. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. We are there, and my girls, the CT team, is really there to help you if you have any questions about any of my products, not only this one, everything what I create, because that is the most important thing for me, that you can use the products you buy and you are not unhappy with what you get. Okay, so this is it. I'm sure we're gonna see us in the next video. Have a happy time and bye.